Hey guys, welcome to another episode of 234 Essential, your number one podcast. My name is Ayomide Tayo, AOT2.
And I am Ugochi, the Igbo stallion.
That is my co-host right there.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
I like this. I like the way we started today.
We don't try. Episode 120, I believe. Or 121.
On the road to another 100.
Who's counting?
Do you get?
Who really is
Do
counting?
you know?
We don't even know how many people are in this country.
Do you understand?
It's episode
At
number.
this point.
Yes. The new episode for today's probably seems to be another blast. Nigeria is Nigerian is tweaking, you know. Sometimes during the week, you know, there's a little bit of first scarcity,
Hell.
It's tospiel, not the foot thing.
My
tospiel.
God.
You know when you play table tennis and you're not starting to count.
Do you not play table tennis?
Yes, sir.
I don't know how.
Local champion.
Is it easy?
It's easy if you learn.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
How do you hit the ball that is to land on the table before it crosses the net? I mean, that's how they used to serve. Or how do they serve?
Yeah, like you said, it bounces on your own table, then goes to the other place. It's
so
not my
how do they
calculation
used
now.
to...
It's not pra. It's pra. That's all.
What's pra?
Oh, okay. If you don't know pra.
Can you play table tennis, Phil?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, God, I beg.
See ya.
But please, I want to learn, actually.
Social
I like
skills.
it. I like it when I see people play it, but I don't know how to play it. And I always feel like it's too much. Like, how did they get it? But
practice. All right, we still have other things to talk about, you know, the Nigerianness of Nigeria and struggles. US Embassy, you know, telling people to jackpot. This is really the end times.
Listen.
If US people are jackpotting.
And the US and the UK,
You know, that
our sister country.
Yeah, man. So that's it. We hope you enjoyed our last episode.
If you didn't, please go back and listen. Flood and Tears.
Press rewind.
Listen.
Yes.
Do you understand? Rate, like, share, tweet, retweet. What else do we do?
Yeah. Anything.
Leave reviews.
Yes.
Just do as many actions as possible on that episode.
And also send your family to family@234essential.com.
And follow us on all social media platforms at 234 Essential Podcast.
Now, if this is your first time listening, 234 Essential is just a podcast that lets you know how we navigate through Nigeria, the uniqueness of living in Nigeria as a Nigerian. Yes, that's it.
Nigerian
basically.
Olympics.
Yeah, so we talk about like some of the most prominent things that happen in the news over the week, and we just chop it up. And it's not like we are giving you NTA vibes or channels vibes. It's just
how we affect the average Nigerian
living in Nigeria. You know, this great country of ours.
You know, and as much as not everybody will feel represented all the time, we try as much as we can to be as representative as much as we can of the Nigerian story. So yeah.
Family. Now this family is like a budget.
It's
Yes. So, pardon me when we read it.
listen, this is you know, in work, when they want to give you comprehensive, you know, the comprehensive part where you have to read passages.
Yeah.
This is how the passages are. Then they expect you to break it down.
It's like a book in the Bible. You know all those Old Testaments
I
towards
swear.
the end. Where if you just do your Bible anyhow, you don't miss out. You have to do it one by one.
Do you watch Adrian Bliss's jokes?
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was him or somebody else that did. Genesis was saying, how can I get only how many chapters? And then Revelations was like, and I have just this. And the Psalms were saying, oh, and I have just this. And then Jude is just like, you guys have chapters.
Yeah, you're like, bro, it's just a letter.
Do you get what I mean?
You should send it as a text, Jude.
Do you understand?
Jude, send it as a text. Abbreviate it.
I love it.
All right, found me from Anonymous. This is Mr. Anonymous with the long mail. Hope you guys are good.
Perfect.
I didn't mention in my last mail how I enjoy listening to you guys. 234 Essential is the only podcast I listen to every week back to back.
Man, thank you.
Your chemistry during the podcast is charming. Charming because I notice you guys really speak daily, but the way you get into character during the podcast, it comes off as you guys are everyday bodies. You get what I mean? Well done. How do you know we don't speak?
Do you understand? Why do you feel that way?
Are you monitoring our
Do you
phones?
understand?
CIA much?
Yeah, this is what they get on the newsletter.
Yeah.
We talk.
Now to my reason for writing. There's a growing concern about the lack of proper planning as regards accommodation when come to the UK from Niger. This is based on people I know that went through this hassle. Similar stories on social media, church members having to assist people. Hence my reason for writing to you guys. Hoping it might be beneficial to some listeners who are in this boat, or those who have their JAPA plan in progress. I buttress my points using bullets. This is how you know somebody went to a good primary school.
Break
and
it down
secondary
for
school.
you.
Choice of school. The hunt for accommodation starts with where to choose to go to school. Except you are rich or from a rich family, avoid London. This is due to the obvious high cost of living. Please consider the northeast west cities in England due to their low cost of living. For instance, prior to moving to where I currently stay, I lived in Warrington. It's a city northwest England, close to Manchester, Bolton, and Liverpool. I paid £475 for rent, bills not inclusive, monthly, and it was a two-bed apartment.
That's
I
not
believe
bad.
due to current inflation, you should be going for £575 at this time. Now, a two-bed apartment in London is currently going for an average of 1,800/2,800 pounds or euros, or is this pounds or euros, pounds, or more monthly, depending on where in London. And this isn't including bills such as electricity, water, cable, internet, council tax, etc. When you add these essential bills, you are looking at an average of extra 300 to 500 pounds in addition to your rent. You haven't even added your feeding and transportation. I hope this explains why you should avoid London if you can afford it. Accommodation plan. People are coming over with no accommodation plan, and the common reasons, in my opinion, are affordability, lack of information, and wishful thinking. School accommodation, while they are usually made affordable for students, however, you are usually required to pay a lump sum of maybe 40 weeks rent up front. Bearing in mind that most Nigerians coming to study will likely have school fees to balance. As a result, they avoid this option, which is understandable. Consequently, they resort to either planning or staying with someone or going for normal accommodation with the hope that they get a job ASAP. If you can find someone who is willing to accommodate you till you are settled, please do. But please don't take this for granted, as this is also a common thing people do. Please support with bills. Don't just eat and live for free, and try not to stay beyond the agreed time. Continue the accommodation plan. Please know that the accommodation in the UK is not like Nigeria, where you can view a house, pay, and even move in the same day.
Yeah.
This is where I think most folks are getting it wrong through their wishful thinking. People arrive and intend to stay in an Airbnb apartment for a week or more with the hope of securing accommodation within a short period. The chances are very slim, and this is because of the process you have to go through to secure an accommodation, especially if you're an immigrant. You hardly find a landlord renting the house to you without seeing you, verifying your regular income. This is not Nigeria where a verbal confirmation will suffice. Landlords will require your pay slip. Some even use verification agencies where they contact your employer to confirm that they are a permanent staff member and how much you earn. Some might even reject your application because you are a contract staff or temp staff. This is obviously to verify your affordability. However, bear in mind that coming to the UK as a student who can only work 20 hours per week limits your chances of getting a permanent job. Most likely might see temp/contract roles due to the limited hours you can work. Plus, it's not a guarantee you get a job ASAP. In addition, some landlords might discriminate due to being a student, an immigrant, or being a parent with kids. So you can see the obstacles you have to fight. This obviously requires money, as you need to be prepared to stay in an Airbnb apartment for a while if you are unable to find an alternative. I know someone who came here on a work visa that stayed in an Airbnb apartment for 1 month before getting an apartment to rent. Rich much.
I'm telling you, that's a lot of money.
Next, if you are coming with your partner or family, it's even tougher. It is against the law for a landlord to discriminate. However, some still do it, although they don't make it obvious. Some landlords avoid renting the apartments to families with kids due to potential damages, wear and tear to apartments, commonly attributed to people with kids. Plus, being an immigrant with no verifiable income is even more difficult. You would even hear, "Oh, sorry, we went to someone else." If you happen to be in this boat, I recommend that the main applicant comes to the UK first and others join later. This is because it is easier for one person to search for an apartment than when you have your spouse and kids with you. In addition, it is easier for a friend or stranger to give out a room in the apartment, either free or at a charge to one person than a family of 22, 3, 4. Again, for obvious reasons, such as electricity consumption and others. So it's a lot easier if the main applicant comes in first to us to get an apartment and a job, and his spouse and kids can join later between 2 to 4 months, depending on how quick the person settles. I personally think it is unreasonable to live in Nigeria with your family without adequate plans for accommodation. However, people are doing this and are getting stranded. They're Nigerians now.
Yeah,
Lastly, rent in the UK is contract based and is broken into a 6-month/1 year contract, which is renewable at the end of the contract. In situations where it is difficult to secure an apartment, if you can, it is advisable to offer the landlord 6 months rent upfront for the 6-month contract and then start to pay monthly at the end of the 6-month contract, because they wouldn't need to verify you. Some landlords might even mention this as a requirement if they are unable to confirm regular income. Obviously, this means saving up a lot, but again, it's only for folks who can afford it. Another recommendation is going to Nigerian churches. They usually help with accommodation issues. Speak to the pastor. A brother or a sister might be willing to accommodate you for a short time while you settle in. But remember, don't overstay or take it for granted. Nonetheless, it is worth mentioning that people cut corners and might find a way around these obstacles, that is generating fake payslips. But this is then up to your morals and principles as a person. In conclusion, I hope this helps someone out there. I've been hearing unverified stories of people sleeping in school libraries, bus stops, etc. This is not a good look, as your visa was approved on the premise that you prove that you have fees and accommodation costs to cover your time in the UK. Of course, it's understandable if you don't have all the funds, but please plan for your accommodation before leaving Nigeria. Have a plan A, B, and C. As we all know, things like this might lead to the Home Office imposing stricter rules, thereby making it more difficult for other Nigerians to come into the UK in the future. Let us not ruin what we have now for others. Anyway, you guys should keep the good work. Oh, one last gist before I go. During the last episode, when you guys spoke about knowing people's background and health issues before taking them out or to your place, years ago, back in uni days, I took my ex out. She didn't mention to me she's asthmatic. This was how I mixed vodka and cola. And baby, comfortably drank, feeling like a bad guy. Few moments later, babe passed. I woke up and started gasping for breath. I was confused, not knowing what was wrong with this baby. Until my friend came and figured out she's asthmatic.
Oh shit.
To make the matter worse, she didn't have an inhaler with her. Or my little girl is living on the edge.
Do you understand?
My friend drove like a mad person to the pharmacy to get some. Anyway, God said someone's daughter would not die in her hands that day. It was not a funny experience at all. I should stop it here. Peace.
Listen, first of all, I enjoy reading guys' expose of an email. Then Ayo wanted to say something because he was telling me to wait.
Oh, yeah. You're lucky that the girl did not die in your hands because explaining that to Sergeant Okoro at a G police station.
Do you understand?
Bro, Sergeant Okoro doesn't know anything like forensics or anything like that. Though. They know this is not CSI in New York.
Wait, is it in the UK? He said in the UK.
Is
that
it in the
was
UK,
I promise you. Let me go and check. Wait,
oh, you said uni, so I
in
guess.
the uni, okay.
Wherever I did uni, but thankfully it did not happen in Nigeria. Or else you have some explaining to do.
Listen.
They say you use their daughter for ritual. There's nothing.
Yeah, Yahoo boy now.
Yeah, Yahoo boy. Look at you.
They've asked you for life, and you brought their daughter's
Baba has told you to bring a virgin. And look at God.
First of all, I don't even like vodka. Then you need vodka and coke with the amount of gas.
Vodka is the worst alcohol ever. I don't drink alcohol like that, but I know that vodka.
You don't drink alcohol.
I've known from research that vodka is the worst.
Listen.
And it's not this vodka that are giving us that you've got to take Russian vodka.
The raw one.
The Russian vodka.
Hey.
You will feel your liver melting.
Please, do you know
that? You're going to evaporate as you drink
it. I think the second time I ever got drunk, right? And I swore to God and everything living that I will never drink it again was vodka.
The vodka is strong, fam.
See, I fell sick. Malaria came out of my body immediately. Yeah, 3 days.
It was bringing out the malaria. You look for the malaria.
Oh my God.
So come out. Did they?
Where did they? Listen, it was, but you know what? I actually love this fan mail so much, especially because it views,
it breaks down the reality.
Yeah, of this jackpot thing. We think not just to get money, just run go or more.
Yeah.
Because I've also been opportune to be on the front row seat of a person who has had to jackpot and was so close to me.
It's not beans, fam.
Listen.
And these are structured environments. You can't just come in and just, not like Nigeria, like anything goes.
Anything goes, though. I think that's one of the biggest shocks. Did you see that video of one Yoruba guy?
He said
that failed driving, that failed driving test 4 times.
In Lagos, just carry your car.
Do you understand? Because
the people that say they know how to drive are driving like you.
Do you understand?
Well, you can use 6 months learning
precision, timing, speed limits.
They're not even born you speed.
Do you understand?
Why are you speeding?
You know that in residential areas they have a speed limit.
You don't horn anyhow.
Do you understand? Ping. No, that must be a huge culture shock, man.
Yeah, so the guy did the complaint.
No, I think everybody should honestly listen to this fan mail.
And you can't even civet as even just carry a car because if they find out you're driving without any license.
Do you understand?
You're suspended for 6 or 7
And then
months.
before you even get the license. So that's a whole other thing.
Nigeria's a wuru place. So when you now want to bring your wuru anyhow to over there where everything is structured.
The big culture shock will hit you.
Nobody's going to pop bottles for you over there.
I think that also is one of the things that shocked me through my friend's experience. Hey baby girl, was that first of all, food is not as cheap as they make us believe.
There's no Yamoria in
do you get what I mean?
In London from. There's no Yamoria. They'll say, please, tomorrow I'll balance.
Do you understand?
There's no tomorrow I'll balance you.
She said like before they could balance in and be able to have money to buy food. Not food that actually food that you want to eat, because you know there's food and then the things that you want to eat, even like she says pound for pound is worth a pound.
Yes,
literally. Like, however you want to break that down, each pound is worth something.
Bro.
You can't be giving people money just like that. And
Why?
there's no black tax. So
Yes, no. Rosga not too plenty for London.
you understand?
They dash money like that.
And listen, if they it will be cutthroat though, because how much is for her to even be living in London? You see the rent, £1,800.
Better go and live in Dubai.
Do you get what I mean? Huh? 2,800 a month. Oh. No be say this one a 1 year
That's
rent.
blood
Oh.
money.
For a month.
Blood money.
Hey.
If you do blood money, the gods will say that they give you naira. They don't give
Do you
pounds.
understand?
You don't send in the local god giving you money in pounds.
I swear.
They give you local currency.
Oh my God. All those sacrifices. I was saying during this week that I've not been seeing all those Lorita Meta sacrifice.
Yeah, God's on the fuck up now.
Abi people don't they chop the food. They don't before the God come, they don't collect
they don't
them.
work out.
They beat him to the
They
chase.
walk out. But it's
You
in Lagos, so
understand?
there's some places in Yoruba land. If you see Sir Ebo,
Ebo.
run.
Listen.
They say there's one that if you see, like they normally do for people who have terminally ill. That once they do that sacrifice, the first person who lays eyes on that,
We die.
that sickness will transfer to that person.
Ah.
Yeah. So if that person is dead, let's say the person has like leukemia or some shit like that. Pew.
God, I beg.
Look at Bluetooth. Look at transfer.
Why not to like juju for that on our side?
I
For
know.
this one side.
I don't know.
It's too much.
It's Oduduwa. Because they bring chicken and chain.
To scatter the earth.
Na jazz.
You
man.
understand?
Na jazz. It's jazz.
You guys, the juju is too much in the southwest.
Hey.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! I saw these photographers that went to the Yemoja festival. Hitch of Life. He went with a friend of his, Folu something.
Oh, that's the guy I sent you his Instagram account.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy don't work out, do love.
Oh my God.
He went to one hill in Oyo State. Man.
Yeah.
Wow. We are sitting on the gold mine in tourism in this country.
Listen, Nigeria is so beautiful,
Yeah,
and there's
so-
so much culture, and there are just a few people who are still hold the
Yeah.
heritage still.
And we are
you know?
sitting ourselves with oil.
Do you
Oil that
understand?
Even the people that, the Dubais or this world are living oil. We are still.
Do you get-
We are begging Tompolo. Please show us where the oil is. Show us where they do extra pipeline. It's not beg, they beg down.
I love it.
They say, yes, now. So please show up. We know
That
that
guy is militancy.
we know you're a thief. So
Do you
now,
understand?
Just show us where the other thieves are. Who will pay you for your
No,
work?
but you know that's not how the deal is done. If you want him to rat, you need to compensate him with
That's what I'm
something
saying,
heavy.
This guy's invoice for mad.
Do you understand?
Invoice choke.
See, that's
You know some invoice that they don't even need to say invoice.
this
It's under the
mafia
table.
shit. I
It's just under the
swear.
table. Take her like that.
This mafia shit
This mafia
going
thing, trust.
on.
But I can't show you there's one ship there.
Do you understand?
There's one pipeline there.
See, I'm just seeing now that there's a ship, and the ship has been there for 9 years, and we're just seeing
Meanwhile,
it now.
Dubai is moving to tourism. They're pivoting to tourism. We are
Maybe
still saying,
they have restricted us from going.
yeah,
If you're below 40 years old,
We'll talk about it.
God, I beg.
Now bad behavior. All right, man. Before we start, Ugochi, how's your week?
It was great.
Fashion week.
So let me tell you.
The walk up of fashion in
Should
Nigeria.
I tell you something?
I didn't see crazy dresses this year, Shao.
So let me also like this year I decided to shut it out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch. I didn't want to hear. I was really tired because I think at some point you just start to realize that, as I always say, some heroes you shouldn't meet.
Yeah, definitely.
And like some people, Nigerians also kind of like undermine hard work.
They do.
Yeah, because also labor that is not skilled, like it's not that there's no education exactly at even the one way education didn't follow the body. It just there's like no respect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, this time around I just decided like I didn't want to involve myself.
And that's back and forth.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch. I didn't really hear or anything. But I did pay attention to just hear a couple of people because there's still some Nigerian brands that I really believe in.
So who was the best designer this year? Let's just know.
I don't think there's a best, especially because I don't want to shit on people's creativity.
Oh, okay.
So every year I just look at certain brands. There are certain brands I want to watch. I love Ojomimone.
I don't even know who that is.
She's in. I don't know if it's advertisement I'm doing.
So
for
there's
her
no
right now.
lingerie brand that goes for this fashion week.
Oh no.
There's no.
But you can look at GT. GT is more versatile. It's
When
more.
is GT?
It's in November.
Okay.
It's the first week of November.
Please, all the lingerie people, you should do your own fashion week. I beg. The things that matter, the things that is where the high fashion.
We didn't let them. That's the problem.
Because people buy elitist people now.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. That's actually true.
Well,
Andrew Yama actually has
Yeah, you said Andre Yama.
So Andre Yama shows beachwear. If you would consider beachwear lingerie,
it's
that's
manageable. We're getting there.
and I'm sure that there are other brands that are not as prominent that also do like such event, but she does it like private shows. They don't walk the runway. So yeah, if you follow such brands. But yeah, I think Fashion Week has happened or is happening. But by the time this podcast is released, this episode is released, it will be done on the 30th. But like my week in general was stressful because first of all, the fuel scarcity.
Shout out to that. We'll talk about that later.
Listen, and then just generally tired, sort of, because it's the end of the year and it's just like the pressure is up and
it's getting worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse. And you just want to, you don't know how to suppress it. You don't know how to coordinate. But I was tired from a place of deep tiredness.
So tired.
Yeah, I was honestly very tired. I barely slept one proper night in this week.
Sorry.
You know, away from the fact that no lights, there was no water in that regard. And then
PSN just gave us like one good month.
Do you understand?
Like we tried our best.
October has been long. So much has happened in this October. Should not be 50 days with this. So
50 shades of October.
Listen, because that's all that I experienced. But yeah,
that is it. People know to do dump for October.
Do you understand?
October dump, not too plenty.
It was nasty.
Yes, not too plenty.
Because Shege was shown. No,
Shege.
God, I beg.
Yeah.
But yeah, how was your week?
Moving up and down. I went for AMA Awards. They had their panel, something. So I was one of the panelists.
How was that? What did you speak on?
Music and streaming.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What what's the nature of the questions?
How has streaming helped Nigerian music industry?
Has it helped?
Yeah, it has helped.
In what ways?
It has made you a lot more. You don't have to go to radio and TV and beg for your songs to be played.
So how are those guys surviving?
Which guys?
The guys, the traditional guys.
They still have their benefits, but now you don't need to go and beg. You don't have to say, "Oh, daddy, please play my song." You can just blow off streaming if you know what you're doing.
Are there downsides?
Yes, no, there are downsides. The downside has to do more with the artists. So artists are lazy; they don't want to learn. They don't want to learn about the business they're going in, which is very stupid. And when they now get into the business, they start crying, "Oh my lord!" And they're taking advantage of me. I'm like, bro, you don't know jack about the music business, so why are you not crying?
But how does streaming affect this?
Because streaming too is another side of the business that you have to understand. So you have to understand when you sign a distro deal, how much is your percentage, what does the distro do for you, all that whole stuff. That's a whole different ecosystem that you have to understand, which most artists don't even know.
What's distro?
Distro are the companies that get your songs on Apple Music, Spotify, Boomplay, AudioMac.
So are these guys like gatekeepers now?
No, they are the middlemen. They are the people that you pay your 10% or 20% to get.
So you can't just get your shit up there.
You can get, like I said, artists are lazy. But also, artists also have a lot more on their hands. You can expect Justin Bieber now to be putting up his own songs on.
No, let me say somebody who is upcoming, a person who is just upcoming. And
but a lot of artists that are upcoming don't even know. That's to say, it's the knowledge deficits. They don't just care. So
do these middlemen also function as sort of advisory to them? Is it to continue staying and paying them that percentage, or to stand on their own?
No, you pay them now.
No, I'm saying, what is the advisory on?
The advisory is, when you should release a song, what songs you should release, what playlist it to be under, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, so they don't try to plug you directly?
Directly as how?
Like to all these other platforms for you to learn how to also get yourself on there.
You need to speak to an average artist. You really need to speak. That part doesn't concern you.
Carry me to interview now. Let me hear what they're talking about
next
today.
time.
Okay. But how was that for you, being a panelist?
It was cool. It was like.
Were you the only one on the panel?
No, I had like 4 other people, yeah.
But what did you think of their opinions on the questions asked?
No, they're solid
guys.
Yes. I wouldn't have gone if I just saw some random, like, I'm busy.
Love it.
I'm sorry.
Booked, I'm busy.
Thank you.
Love it.
Yeah, get ready for block party. By the time I listen to block party is over.
Yeah.
It's Island block party with
Shash should come. How can I enter?
You can pull up. How did you come the last time?
Plug. See, when I'm feeling depressed after what I'm going to go and do today,
you feel jump first. Yeah, but so we are doing that, and the pressure right now. I'm just ignoring my phone because I've seen some people just, please, how many tickets are we getting? My friend, just get up on the stage and dance. I don't really care about your welfare like that. I'm not a nice person.
What's the lineup like?
Lineup is packed. We have Ruga.
Young John. Mado.
We have Young John. We have some legends in the house. Need to see. Reminisce in the building.
Fresh boys and stuff.
We have Fave. We have
I love Favor.
we have a couple of good people.
Okay. That's a solid lineup.
It's a solid lineup. Yeah.
I'm going to
Eco Atlantic, by the way. Because don't like Eco Atlantic.
What time is this?
Starts by 5. But you island people, it's until 10. It's
not true.
It's when the witches started carrying their broom. Start dressing their broom. Let us fly to the east and converge.
But you know that Eco Atlantic is also funny because those security guys ask you where you're heading to. So where do we say we're heading?
No, just say you're going for block party. They already know.
Okay.
And it's not that far, but if you know you're coming Uber, just do like Moses and the Israelites. It might be a distance or 1 or 2 minutes.
I love it.
Yeah, carry your sandal.
I love it.
Yeah, but my week has been that, nothing much.
Oh, great.
Trying to survive in this country of ours. Where you get salary, the salary already disappeared. Before you even get a lot, you've already done the mathematics.
No, the salary has finished before it comes.
You're
now.
not like,
people already.
How am I going to cope from now to the end of the next month?
See, can we speak honestly about that part close to the end of the month where the Sakpa is only
choke.
10 naira left?
It's choke.
Do you understand? You can't breathe.
The Sakpa is choke.
You literally can't breathe.
Shout out to my gather agent because all that time there's one scream I go just come say, oh, we want you to do something.
Oh God, I beg.
And right now I'm announcing I'm not doing anything free.
Ew.
That thing I did with
I want to get to this point.
That thing I did with Amma was that's the last free thing I'm doing.
I love it.
If you say, what's your thoughts and you go pay. You will pay 100K.
You need to draft up an agreement.
If you send me and say it's not a speaking, it's not it's a non-paying engagement. I'll say,
exactly.
Thank you very much for considering me. But at this time right now,
I'm not looking for exposure.
I'm not looking for non-paying gigs.
And which is fine.
Thank you.
You need to respect that.
Yes. Now knowledge you get, and I know it's so easy.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if this person is going to listen to this podcast, but see, I can't be bothered right now because this is in the space that I am in.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Oh, I'm crushing on you," and I say, "Let me tell you the truth. I'm in a place where I want to be catered to, and this catering to means finances.
Get budget.
Somebody during the week, a friend and a listener of the pod said to me that, "Ugochi, when did you start thinking about money?" My dear, it is when I went to the store to buy provisions, not groceries, because we can't afford groceries.
There's one day I'm gonna buy extension.
Listen,
I spent 20K. Even the cashier, look at me. She calculated again. So wait, she said, please.
Do you understand? Let me be sure.
How much money again? What you was concerned?
Listen,
please let us see how
did 20K materialize.
From there, we just started saying that man, they don't have sport.
Listen, see, I used to buy a tray of water, 500 naira. That same tray now is what almost 2,000-3,000.
It's crazy. I bought extension, 2 small towels, and one and
20K came aside.
One free breeze or fair.
Which one?
The airspray. That
okay, yeah.
20K disappear. Even me, I look and like.
No, you need to go and buy plastic right now. Say like packer, broom.
I don't buy all those ones.
When you go and buy it now, go and buy it now.
I don't know.
It's expensive. I bought a baler for 1.5. All those small bowls, 1.5.
And people expect you to just be,
I see. Some days I go into the office and I say, "These people, how are you adulting?" I think that's the question I'm going to be asking moving forward.
Yeah, I say from now.
How are you adulting?
I want you to write something. Okay, you go pay.
Listen.
Should I send the voice? I'll put VAT in the invoice.
No, but do you know what? Do you know what Osakiodo, our best of all times? For me, said, I went for one of his, sometimes he does like this talking engagement that are free. That are more, maybe like his own CSR as a brand. And I went for the first time I ever went, and somebody asked him, "How do you bridge the gap between your friends who want you to come and talk for free and the people who you pay you to come and do the same thing?" He says, "I send them an invoice."
Everybody will collect invoice.
He says, "I will tell them discounts 100%, but on a normal, for this thing I did for you, this is what I charge."
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to say,
we can give you fair discounts.
Do you understand? Yeah. Like we can be fair.
Say you not go pay.
Oh. It's not working.
Oh, sorry.
It's honestly not working.
It's not possible.
Do you understand what I mean? And see, friendship aside, I said one of the beautiful things about rich people is that they don't mix business and pleasure
At all.
See, both of you will sit on the same table and gist and laugh, blah, blah, blah. When you're trying to fuck up their money, they'll treat you as they take fuck up person when they try fuck up their money. Do you get what I mean? They don't blur the lines.
Yeah, man.
And like you should, I think at this point, because now everything needs to be paid for. Everything is a bill.
There's nothing free in free time.
See, ordinary small, this attendants for filling station, and they carry chairs, they go.
Oh, that didn't really last week.
You understand? They're the real power mics.
Please. They'll see you. Please, no jerry can.
Please, move away from there.
They say no jerry can.
Do you understand?
They're not close the gate.
Do you get what I mean?
When you not stay under the shop for 2 hours.
A little yeast.
They not say, yeah, we're opening. Oh, yeah.
They will not charge you.
1.5.
Do you get?
1.5. Hey. You not see people carrying water dispenser.
If I saw it, I swear I would have carried.
Some people bring it down. They'll distract the tank.
I swear.
So don't put on here. Straight. I don't get time today.
Jesus.
Pour the tank inside like that.
See, the one that really shocks me is why all those people that used to put jerry can inside their car and come and collect fuel. Why is it that they don't used to ask them to pay jerry can money?
Because it's it's car.
That's so elitist.
You know the people that I know that are mad, that are suicidal, people that bring nylon. I'm like, Baba, you just want to die. You're fingering death like this.
Make you no go bus for road.
If that's a bus for road.
What do you want to? What will you talk about?
You lick it too. You will lick the petrol.
You use your belly to catch
you
it.
You roll the
your body.
Then you now squeeze it inside it. Because like you're mad.
I know how annoying fuel is. It's so light. It evaporates.
It's sharp.
Once you drop and don't go. Do you understand? Forever lasting. No, you guys, that's horrible. This Lagos is Nigeria. See, Nigeria is hard, but Lagos is doing the most.
It's harder.
Listen.
All right. Tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week. You are now listening to the tweet of the week, the tweet that stood out the most on Twitter.
Right here
on 234 Essential Podcast.
Tweet of the week. Do you know, I'm always doing this thing. I hope so you know the come out time when I don't.
Phil, come out because you don't forget.
I'll give you blow.
Double dose. So
see. This
is from Captain Arinze. And he made a very astute observation.
Before you continue, when I saw this, I said, is it that this or that for this the 50th anniversary that my uncle said?
Oh,
listen.
Send me your CV.
Send me your CV.
No,
I'll see what I can do.
Should be in a WhatsApp group.
You see what you can do. You never did anything.
Nah, so this is from Captain Arinze. The sugar daddy industry is an essential part of the economy. Full stop. Mm-hmm. If anything happens to that industry, it's going to affect the housing sector,
crippling,
the fashion and wig industry, the phone markets, and the education sector. Tech guys should look for ways to improve the industry. And I have to say something about you tech guys.
Tell me.
I have seen the ladies you people move with. It's appalling. For all the money you have. All the Series B, Series C, Series D funding. Series D funding is one net babe you'll not be dating. I trust my Afrobeats boys. They collect advance.
They don't play.
Say artists collect advance 50K. Oh, bro. Agatha.
Wait, 50K when I went to USD.
Yes, no, in music industry now, they don't say, when you want to charge, when artist says, okay, when you meet an artist, I want to perform. If there is a big artist, I want you to come and perform. They don't charge you Naira.
That's better.
They'll tell you $10,000.
Yes. So that the value never changes.
Yes, now. When you collect advance, everything nice in dollars. The Afrobeats industry is an American industry.
That's the best way for us to start thinking about it, especially business people.
And they give you 50K. It's 50, not 50K Naira. What's advancing? $50,000.
You know what they tell us before? That the Nigerian finance laws or SEC laws, whatever it is, does not allow Nigerians to talk about prices of commodities in USD because it's not legal tender.
We are abroad.
I love it. It has left Nigeria. You guys have said. That's amazing.
So this tweet about sugar daddy is very, very true.
See,
I didn't know wigs were so expensive. It was 3 weeks ago that women were not saying, I thank God it was women, they are not saying it. That we as African women should need to be proud of our natural. I say, because one babe, I think she showed a chart where she had to buy from a vendor, and the vendor said 800K.
Love it.
Which I look myself, you wear here 800K. No, now when you knock some babes and you put their wig.
That's why they drop it one side
red
now.
Card. Oh God, this is not the hair you pull.
Do you understand? Please. This is not you two that you want to pull. You need to check what you are doing first before you pull it.
How can please hair be 800K?
Why can't it not?
And this woman will not have the nerve. They'll look in the eye and lie that I don't have money.
Listen.
Would you go and sell your stupid hair? Are you stupid?
I don't know. Do they resell wigs? I don't know. I've never really seen.
You go resell.
At the end of the day,
say this one is the Egyptian one. This is the Indian one.
Listen, double drawn, both straight.
Build that babe today.
Peruvian waves.
When you go to our room and you see like 5 wigs, this babe has money.
No, but no be liar.
They have money.
And then to maintain those wigs, uncle.
Yes.
It's not normal.
And you know how we know that women have money? Let Piggy Verse say they have small technical problem.
Hell.
You don't see women tweeting, hey, my money.
Do you know?
Oh, what do you call you have money now? But you're begging
just
me
to save for her future.
You're begging me for 50K, now 50K last week.
Yes, now because you locked the money.
But you have money.
Yeah.
All right, so yes, please, when you see a sugar daddy hugging because he's one of the people keeping the economy afloat, including Yahoo boys. Yahoo boys do a lot too in keeping the economy afloat.
When I catch a sugar daddy, I will love and respect him.
I beg.
Listen, I'll be humble. I have told you, but why don't you believe me? I'm serious.
Rest for me, you done the Adoji.
See, Agoje warriors.
If the 4th day now, Agoji will not join them. Say, I cannot allow a man's useless hand touch me. I say, don't worry.
I don't dey street. I dey find money.
Saturday now.
I swear.
I'm not go humble.
Shege per second is giving me nanoseconds.
Don't worry.
I beg.
When your sugar daddy says she rub his belly with white hairs, white hair.
See, I'll say, baby, your stomach is sexy.
Scope.
How can a man this beautiful?
Ugochi is not even saying it's not believable.
I never
it's
knew.
Not believable.
Ayo.
People will not get. Where go so get sugar daddy?
I need to be practicing.
Okay.
Please, I need to be practicing because I don't want to mess up my bag.
But you guys have heard tech boys get all the money you're making. It doesn't show. It doesn't show.
No, or they should build apps that aid this business.
There are apps now.
Are there?
Yes, WhatsApp is one of them. Instagram is one of them. All right.
Dying.
Yes, we are. So yes, first talking point. The greatest nation on earth, the United States of America, God's own country. The country of Joe Biden.
Love it.
Donald
Country
Trump.
God's own heart.
Donald Trump, Barack Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George Bush the senior.
Love it.
Yeah. Announced during the week when Nigerians were still in our melancholy, looking for how we buy fuel. They dropped a bomb on us. A metaphorical bomb.
Listen.
They said the US gave a security update that all the citizens should get ready to be put out of Abuja. You know, last time I heard about this was like Libya. And that's when Libya was on the brink of civil war. Nigeria is not the brink of civil war. But reading this story from Vanguard, US embarks on evacuating families from Abuja over terror alerts. The United States of America said it was evacuating families out of Abuja due to a security threat, but not diplomats clarifying an earlier statement. A State Department statement revealed on Thursday that the US had ordered the exit of families as well as non-emergency personnel from Abuja, developing precautionary measures after an earlier alert to US citizens. So yes, earlier in the week there was a serious alert given to all the US citizens in Abuja. And if you don't know what Abuja is, just to brush your
Geographical.
Nigeria geography, because all you people don't Japan, don't forget where Abuja is. It is the capital of Nigeria. Yes. So
And the seat of power.
and that's where that the Bubu lives.
Do you
and
understand?
They said the American citizens there, not the people who work in the embassy, they should leave due to terrorist threats. Now, like Mohammed, who has been quiet for a while, decided to make a grand re-entry.
Fashionable.
And he held a press conference. And he said that before America should tell them this or give them a warning, they should go and predict the next school shooting.
Is that on cracking jokes or what?
He's trying to form both.
Oh, it's so funny.
For Halloween, he's
very,
both.
very stupid.
For
Do you
Halloween,
understand?
he was both.
And if for work,
for
if
work.
actually work.
You see,
Or day.
I have no faith in. If they ask me, because in a politics group I'm in, people are saying that what America did was wrong, that is not good, that our security forces are trying. All I'm trying to say is, for me, I immediate Tayo, who will you believe?
Exactly.
The American government or the Nigerian government?
Exactly.
Which one has lied to you most?
Exactly.
It's the Nigerian government. So why?
And which one keeps failing?
Why should I believe the Nigerian government?
understand what
The Nigerian government has not made one single promise
At
that
all.
it has kept all
all.
these years since 1960. So why, ladies and gentlemen, should I believe the Nigerian government? I'm telling us that everything is safe in Abuja. Please, we live in perilous times.
Listen.
Churches in Abuja started doing online service. There's a popular mall in Abuja, Jabi Lake Mall.
Jabi Lake Mall, yeah.
It was closed. I don't know if it's reopened.
Wow.
It was closed the next day after this announcement was made.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
I didn't see to the extent to which this
You know,
happened.
before I used to laugh at Abuja, look at you people, you used to have armed robbers and everything. Now, like
Yeah.
Lagos. This is not a joking affair. If terrorists can attack the seat of power, it's over.
What is remaining in Lagos?
One day we'll just open our television
Hey,
and after
God, I
telling
beg.
us, you just see Boko Haram flag.
Listen.
That's our new flag.
Citizens.
Of Nigerians. This is the time I know that we want to celebrate December.
God, I
but
beg.
over the week also, or I think last week, over 500 students were kidnapped on their way to
Yeah,
university.
from Enugu to
I know
Nsukka.
that for university that will already be closed for 8 months.
Listen.
Because the federal government could not do its job.
Wow.
Students are now going back to school to go and learn and they're not kidnapped. We know to now take another 6 months for those children to be out.
Hey.
And because they come from a certain part or it's from a certain part of the country that
They'll
our
be
president
ignored.
doesn't like.
Do you understand?
So you are your own. Look at how long you took the Kanu train. It took them for how many months? It's not people in the southeast. Those people they'll do Christmas, New Year,
Easter.
Valentine, Easter. They will rise with the Lord there.
Oh my God.
Maybe it will be Tinubu that will not come and give them money.
Listen.
Because Tinubu is our next president. Yes.
No. Let me tell you
I don't
something.
do
I'm
mathematics.
first of all not comfortable because let me tell you, God can work in mysterious ways.
I like Nigerians. When it don't
I'm
choke.
telling you. Because
God
see,
is-
let me tell you, and he will raise somebody that we don't even know. You know, you don't even be Peter or B or anything.
Jabo shall rise again. Jabo shall rise again.
Ayo, I say he will raise. Don't worry. No, maybe we just they watch. If he
Wait, is it raised
God, I
like,
beg.
raised like ball? Have you raised like I don't understand. I don't know. Also during the week, people that just wanted to go from Lagos to Ibadan, not too far.
I'm telling you, backyard for you.
They met kidnappers there also.
What's really going on? No?
Yes. And look at where we are.
I'm sure that there are people who get kidnapped on a steady in Lagos, but nobody's talking about it.
Of course. And there are people telling us that, our security architects they know they're up to date, they know they're doing. I'm not arguing. But when you see stories like this, what is not they told us that terrorism has been defeated, but alas.
Have they agreed that they are terrorists?
Whatever they call them, bandits,
Unknown men.
Unknown men.
God, I beg.
Yeah, so this is the time for you to be very, very cautious. If they're doing wedding in a fast state or any state, tell them to send you the Zoom link.
I'm telling you.
It's not the jollof rice that you want to eat.
You don't have to be physically present.
You don't have to be physically present.
I beg. You can.
Jesus Christ said, let the bury their dead.
They bury their dead.
It's not by force you must go and cry.
Do you
want to cry, you can cry in the video, send it in the WhatsApp group. Say me to have cried my own cry. Today you send a picture of the cemetery. It's not that deep.
I'm telling you.
Yes. Please.
Now even the dead self, they're not resting in peace.
No be
because
dead
what
for
are
buyers
they?
They
Do you understand?
Even though you can buy mace, you can buy pepper spray, if you have gun license. Because right now it's a day. Now every man for himself.
I'm telling you.
Because Sergeant Okoro is not saving you from a no government. Or Boko Haram.
It's how we cannot even be sure of our own safety, no matter how small it is. Even just especially this December. I know you guys want to dirty it, December want to be dirty.
I would also make you paranoid, but sometimes really, gauge the public events
be alert. Ensure that somebody knows at least where you are. Yeah. Be careful because especially in time. Do you know what I was praying this week? To be very honest, I say, let's not be an MKO situation.
What's MKO?
Because when MK Abiola died, the Igbo people in Lagos were under attack, and they had to run away and start running. I beg, see, let me tell you.
Nowhere is safe in Nigeria, Shabba.
You understand where you want wrong go. Like where you want wrong go. You can't see the public small buses to the east now 14k, and before the year runs out, just know that that's recording 20-30k. Fuel is going to increase. Diesel is scarce. Bag of rice has increased.
To get airplane tickets are mad in Nigeria.
Do you get what I mean? Like it's just a crazy time, and you don't want to even be in a space where you're in a chokehold for something that you could have honestly easily avoided. Do you get what I mean? Like keep your money. If you have money in dollars, don't take it. Don't spend it.
I bet you this, if the push comes to shove, the shit is the fan. All these political elites that you people are looking at saviors, it's just one private jet and they're
literally
out.
Literally.
Fam. You that are still begging God for how you go manage by Toyota Camry.
Or Corolla safe.
Corolla, because the Boko Haram knock your door. That your local government chairman not going to come and save
you. It's about to be real life, to be very honest. We pray
that our security forces are able to the task. But knowing that Nigeria is Nigerian, I will not be surprised. So pray for the best, but also expect the worst.
Yes, so because shit is about to be real in this place. Look at, and this preamble to first scarcity that they've given us this week. Only God knows what's going to happen down the months of November and December.
So they're meant to remove subsidy this year. But, Buhari in his infinite wisdom decided
is it really?
It will be, I don't know. It will be let the next president, let Tinubu eat the bag. Let him handle that. If they remove subsidy, we might be seeing 500.
I don't like the certainty to which you call this.
I'm doing that so that on that day, a lot of people have mental breakdown. I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm expecting the worst already. I'm hoping for the best. I'm voting Peter Obi that day.
So.
But that day.
And whoever the Lord shall rise.
That day.
To stand as a standard.
I know.
But you're Daddy Gio too. Tapping the anointing.
Daddy Gio don't say this one. It's bleak, fam. It's bleak. That day, I'll go and download correct Netflix series. Fuel my generator. I'm not going to go on Twitter to see who's leading.
Oh my God.
Just announce, but maybe we know where they go. Maybe we know how we go package ourselves.
In the news this week, they said he was giving us 2015 manifesto.
Because nothing don't change. Anything don't change.
Nothing has changed though.
If they will give you free life.
Nothing has changed. They said we'll get scholarship to go to school.
To Ibadan Poly.
Is it not the ones that they will not give the scholarship first of all? They should give you the scholarship.
Tell us Harvard, Princeton.
But you're thinking you want to go for UI.
MIT.
No, you have to hail the benchmarks of the economy.
Which are UI?
The educational benchmarks. So you say UI, OAU.
Maybe if you only want it
Unilag.
Maybe you also easily eat Amala.
Just see where Unilag came in the hierarchy of things.
So where's your school? Where's your school?
Let me tell you because
Those who
also
don't get
let
hierarchy.
me tell you because the Federal Universities of Technologies were new. They were new. I don't even know which governor who implemented it at the time.
Which technology? No, don't technology.
No worry,
'Cause
no worry.
You were
Coming soon.
You were supposed to help us with technology.
No.
Now clothes they sell. You've thought to cloth seller.
Listen, I'm tired of selling clothes now.
Oh, you want to be in the tech world.
I want to be in the tech world
How
because
many people that went to
I want
Futo?
to go back to where I came from, my origins.
How many people that went to Futo are tech boys now? How many?
Even Franklin that comes here is a tech bro now.
He managed. Thank God.
Franklin, they're insulting you. Come to defend your
It's when he came to
integrity.
Lagos, he saw the light.
No, he was born in Lagos. Interestingly.
Yeah, you will know people were different.
No, don't even.
Yes.
No, but I have friends that are tech bros in Anambra States.
And what are they doing? They're doing WhatsApp.
No, they're working for internet. See, better for you to even be living in Anambra and be.
Bro, if you give me salary of 600K, I shall go to Ondo State. Now me and the governor go to party.
You'll be a real guy.
No, a real guy.
Say my boy.
600K.
Do you understand?
How much the transport? I don't know. You don't need to even buy a car.
Do you get what I mean?
No,
There's no need.
There's no need.
See, if you tell somebody I'll be there in 5 minutes, you might be there in 3.
You really be there.
Like, listen.
But please, ladies and gentlemen, be careful because Nigeria is Nigeria. You could see what happened first class city again.
Yeah.
If they remove subsidy next year, to even buy a car will be a problem because
Listen.
petrol will be like 1,000 naira now per liter.
I was at the filling station till past 1 a.m.
Now you be
waiting for
Nigeria.
filling stations to sell me fuel.
Now you be Nigeria.
Away from the fact that they were going to charge me 1.5 for jerry can.
The attendance there must make his money.
The guy even came to me and asked me, I don't know why fine girl like you go day outside by this time. Because we know
Petraki
they
has his
give
advantages,
you.
but we don't see this on Twitter.
No, but did he sell the fuel to me?
He said he sold it to you now.
No, he didn't sell.
Oh, he didn't sell.
He just talked the
no,
rubbish
don't give
with
her a number.
anybody.
You don't give her a number. You don't give her a number.
See, never will I.
Give her the Nokia or the block her. That's the way you do these things.
No,
Block
I have
her.
to give him the one on this one. That's where I can block from.
Oh, you can't block on Nokia.
No,
wow.
it's to screen number only. Nokia touchlights, you only screens the number, so
Shout
the
out.
calls enter, but you don't see them.
Shout out to Nokia.
Mad, love it.
But please be careful out there.
Listen.
Buhari has obviously given up. He doesn't care anymore.
He doesn't care for
His
us.
wife apologized that her husband's shitty performance.
Please, I'm not ready for
So
all
you
of these
already know.
apologies.
You already know how it goes.
We're not ready for it. I'm tired of it. Like they should stop it.
Now, and I'm going from one. We were talking about bad bitches earlier. The number one bad bitch in Nigeria, Emefiele, woke up and decided that he wants to be a graphic designer now.
Oh my god.
Yes, because he has left PowerPoint.
Bad and bougie.
He has left PowerPoint. He has left Excel. He went to go and buy
Especially
Photoshop.
Excel.
He can go buy Photoshop for himself.
Very important.
And he made a presentation to our president that he wants to redesign the currency of Nigeria. And they've allowed him. He had a wonderful press conference. But a few days later, the Minister of Finance now said she doesn't know anything about this. It shows you that there's a communication gap from the presidency to Emefiele to the Minister of Finance. You know that Minister of Finance, those two get power.
No, when they send a Slack message, they read them.
No, she's not
Because
the-
be like say they don't chat. No, those things. If you don't they chat, they go.
created that
Read
group- they created that group in Slack.
In a
So not
cacos,
there.
yeah.
So not there.
And it was alarming to her. Like, why would they do something like that without her knowledge?
So Emefiele, whose legacy is that is now 800 naira to $1, I decided to redesign our currency, and I'm reading for Nairametrics on why he's doing so.
Bad guys.
No, he's our layman.
Yeah, understanding.
Because I got talk and say now they want thief money again. Blah 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 blah. Where is the reason in this thing now? Let me just read from the beginning. Emefiele said this: statistics show that 85% of the currency in circulation are outside the vaults of our commercial banks. This indicates that 2.73 trillion naira out of the 3.2 trillion currency in circulation was outside the vaults of commercial banks across the country. In recent years, the CBN has recorded significantly higher rates of counterfeiting, especially the high denominations of 500 naira and 1,000 naira banknotes. Furthermore, Emefiele also said that the resigning of the naira would make ransom payments to terrorists and kidnappers more difficult.
Yeah, so
Furthermore, Nigerians wanting to deposit more than 150K must pay a deposit fee because it's a crime to be rich. So this is a
it's
good way.
150k naira.
Naira, please. So this is a good way for the government to generate quick money. The Apex Banks governor urged Nigerians to go to their banks and deposit their naira notes, noting that the deposit fee will be waived for transactions worth less than 150k. He also explained that our existing series of banknotes, the naira, has not been redesigned in the last 20 years. The bank was able determined to achieve the objective of his mandate as enshrined in Section 2B of the CBN Act of 2007 to ensure a strong and effective legal tender. Now, so what this means is that a lot of people have money at home, they don't want to release
They're
it
hodging it.
because we don't know when Kasala go bust.
I understand.
So now, when they redesign it, you people have to now put this money that you've hidden under your mattress and your pillow and take it to the bank and get the new Naira note. So the government wants to control the money circulation. Also, they say because of kidnappers, that kidnappers are not able to...
have not been able to clean their money.
So they now said that from now, when they do that, kidnappers will start asking for ransom in dollars.
Oh, wow.
If Koniman die, Koniman
bury him.
The third reason is that the Naira is old. We need to redesign the Naira.
But they're limiting the amount of USD in circulation as well.
But Nigeria doesn't matter. The AOT2 plus 2 is 22 in Nigeria.
Wow.
So that is where we are right now in this country. So get ready. The 100 Naira, 200, is it 100, 200, 500?
500, 1,000.
1,000. And my Nigerians has always been the comedians who see comedy out of everything. Created designs for them. So there's Mr.
Sabinus.
Sabinus. There's Mr. Macaroni.
I swear.
I think I saw a portable somewhere.
I love it.
You know, we would love to wait and see the design.
What it will be now?
Yes, because we know that design last as even be. Sorry. Okay, this is not for me. The design, now person go design now. I go collect your money.
At the end of the
they
day.
go inflate the contract, but that's not anything. Emefiele, out of all the things that Nigerians are asking you to do, it is
the Naira notes.
It's the Naira
It needs
notes.
to change it.
You need to change.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for changing our Naira notes. I believe that when the Naira notes become changed, everything in Nigeria will be automatically solved economically.
But is it that? But what did you think about it when you saw this news though?
I was like, bro, now that's 800 Naira. What you concern Naira notes?
So I feel like that was my first reaction.
But I think it's high time we change the Naira. I pray that they bring in new people, hopefully. At least they get the first Nigerian woman on a Naira note.
And that would be nice.
Yes. Somebody.
Why you for me like you are in support of women growing up or something?
I'm half lesbian, I've told you.
Love it. You have to be full on lesbian.
No, I
No?
can't, no.
Why?
But that's a sex change. No, we try.
Being lesbian is
We
that
stop-
you do women.
We stop yes. That's the thing we have in common.
So why?
I'm
So
half lesbian.
so
I'm not full lesbian. I'm the stepbrother of a lesbian.
please don't kill me.
Yes. Yeah, so obviously Emefiele, so you're saying why Emefiele was doing this?
Yeah, I felt also I was puzzled at first, but like after I read the reason, I was just like, makes sense. I also heard some background gist that a certain politician came into the country with 30 billion, like 3 or 30 billion naira, and he wasn't stopped or anything. Of course, never will
The money
be.
will still change. We'll
And
forget,
putting figures to the number, you know, he said 85%. He said they put in 3.2 trillion naira into the system, and they cannot account for 2.7 trillion of.
So in case you don't know what happens in politics, this is when politicians start bringing out the money they have.
Exactly.
Start greasing the oils.
Exactly. That's where I started. That's why I hailed the policy.
Yeah,
like
so-
that would be amazing.
Yeah, so a lot of reason why dollars like this also because a lot of them are moving dollars. Because that's some people you can't pay with Naira.
Exactly.
They got to move a lot of dollars to a lot of Naira. So all this vacant buildings you see on the island, most of them are treasuries for all this
love
money
it.
they are moving.
God, I beg.
God will help me one day. I'll do security guard and
I swear.
I just like small. I don't go with 2 months. I don't say like 10,000 pounds. Nobody will miss 10,000 pounds.
What do you mean by that? It's a lie, yo. Ghana must go. I'll carry one Ghana must go
That's why they'll
first.
send their Sergeant Rogers to come and kill me.
No, I beg. I will run away with my one Ghana must go.
So yeah, that is so the Naira notes are about to be new.
Yeah.
I like to see the new design. They say it's December, so it's already released the new design.
Yeah, but
already.
people should turn in money on or before
But
January.
I'll keep the I just keep some notes so that for posterity's sake,
exactly.
we have the original
Vintage stuff.
We have the vintage stuff.
Do you have original 5 naira?
The original one. Which is the
5,
original?
not the paper one now. The paper 5
When last did I
naira.
see 5 naira? When last did you see 5 naira?
When I go to the mainland, I see
You know
5
there's a
naira.
generation that has not seen 1 naira coin.
Even this 5 naira that we're talking about now.
But
This generation,
there's some hell and hardy children.
Yes,
When they
50
grow-
kobo.
When they walk, they've not
do you
seen
remember that 50
kobo.
kobo with the corn on it?
Yes,
what they draw on top of
It
that
is-
place?
it's brown.
Yeah.
They're the 1 naira that is Herbert Macaulay.
With his strong head
I
there.
remember back in school, you used to
When you
chase
flip
it.
the coin, or when you flip
put
a
on that
coin
paper.
too.
We
Yes,
put on
I
that
use
paper,
pencils
now
to darken it.
I was telling you, it would do,
Now
but
I feel now.
waiting one buy with 1 naira now.
Nothing.
Even 10 naira self.
What's even valued at 1 naira?
Maybe
Do they still buy raw materials for 1 naira?
How no?
I remember they used to sell
when
pet
your-
bottles
That's
for
when
1
your, that's when
naira.
your money was serious. You know, you could buy ice cream for 1 naira or 50 kobo.
Guess what? You know, at the office, they were talking about this our bottle carrying things to go and buy mineral back in the day thing in the office.
So people loved that.
Do you understand when mineral used to be like 10 bucks,
Yes, no.
20 naira? When they now, I said we should have known that this thing was going to be bad when Orobo became 50 bucks.
Yes. Or about 50 bucks.
Do you understand? That's when we should have seen it.
Bro, Oh.
Now it's just a bottle of mineral, pet bottle.
Nigerian money is shit money, fam.
200 naira.
It's 800 naira to $1. Man.
Listen.
So I just go back.
Bottom barrel money.
I just come back, just free like £1,000.
Please, I beg you guys. If I'm looking for dollars, I'm looking for money. Any small foreign currency now is good enough money.
Don't give us Ghana money. Because Ghana money is worse than our money.
Oh,
now.
Really? Did they drop?
It's the worst performing currency to $1, right?
Do you know will I be a bad person if I'm happy?
No, I'm not. No,
God, I beg, because I'm just like, this Nigeria.
Through, you know what we started seeing with Buhari like 2 or 3 years ago? They're not going through it now.
Hey, God, I beg.
So they did a protest like last
African leaders will disgrace you.
The African leaders?
They will disgrace you. But guess what? As one of my great friends will always tell me, the leader did not come from outside. It's from within the people.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is just a reflection of the people, just on a grander scale.
Yeah.
Because when you give an average Nigerian money, this is how they will behave.
Yeah.
Do you understand? They are not accountable.
People that started obedient. When they see APC money, that
God, I beg.
They're like, they say, well,
but that's the thing. When they drop bar for the street, they drop small money. Do you remember the time they used to throw money from tops of cars to do elections?
But now they cut off mobile phone. You can't do that.
But nobody talks about those things.
But now you can't do that because of the time when they used to give people bread. They don't put money inside bread.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, man.
Also, this whole Emefiele thing of changing the currency also like forces people to bring out their money.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Do you like all the people that are hoarding? And so if you spend the money,
hide your money inside bra.
They still do, Sham.
Yeah, all those markets.
When you go to the market, you have to.
They not give you change. I'm like, so you want me to have
breast money?
Your breast scented.
I love
money.
it. Some men, but that's some people's fetishes.
No fetish. I'm gonna use that. What's that?
Do you know there's a whole category for that?
What's that thing that we're using doing the
sanitizer?
That's sanitizer.
That spritz one.
I go hang out. All the gems.
Please don't kill me.
And you know this market women are old, so you know that the breast is not even in the most optimal condition.
You know that there was a report.
They have to sweat again.
Oh no, but it helps the money be able to be counted.
I'll use gloves and pick that money. Just everything left.
You know, mint money is difficult to count.
That's why I like it.
Because they gum and you can have paper cuts. So you need the one that is soft.
Suffering for success.
Love it.
So that your money will come.
They said 80% of the American dollar is covered in cocaine.
Yes,
I love it.
They don't use a sniff.
I love it.
That's what you love, no?
I see when
Bad
I saw
behavior.
it. That's why when you smell it, you're high. Normal. Maybe they should sprinkle some cocaine on top of the Nigerian Naira.
I would like to maybe to rise.
Do you understand?
Cocaine. Now, please, this is the quote of the voice note I use.
I said,
Emefiele, this is your solution.
I said,
add cocaine to the
Naira. 100.
It will rise.
100.
It will rise.
That's all. That's all we need.
The body go boom boom.
Do you
It's
understand?
$1 to $1 at the end of the day.
I know that's what we need. To be honest, we need ginger.
What else are we doing again? Yes, UAE, United Arab Emirates,
Yes,
the Emiratis.
Our guys
Decided to give us another stinker again this year.
love it.
Another boost. It's a shame to all the Yahoo boys and all the casual sex workers, and what do you call them again? There's casual sex workers. What's that third one? Commercial sex workers.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And let's say escorts.
Yes, escort
Is organized crime.
Escort is bigger.
Is the structured one.
You must be able to go to dinner and say, "Oh man, I really feel like Joe Biden's policies don't really reflect
Love
in the Middle
it.
East."
And you know the fork to eat with what?
But Agatha is the
I can use chopsticks.
Agatha from Osaka we go here.
That was singing for us today.
That's the Sumbalaja people.
I love it.
All right, so the UAE slams ban on all citizens of Nigeria, Ghana, 17 other African countries. Very hashtag much.
Do you understand?
The UAE has reportedly banned nationals of some 20 African countries from entering its capital city, Dubai. These countries include Uganda, Ghana, borders there, Sierra Leone, Sudan, Cameroon, and of course, the giant of Africa.
Love it.
Number one in everything bad.
Slay queen, bad bitch.
Everything bad.
I love it.
Nigeria,
keeping it 100.
The Federal Republic of Nigeria, Liberia, Burundi, Republic of Guinea, Gambia, Togo.
What do Guinea people do?
DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo.
Those ones are equally as bad. No, those Congo people, Congolese people, they are part of it. No. But no, say they get bribery where like Nigeria.
Senegal, Benin Republic,
Are some of that bad guys.
Ivory Coast, Congo, Rwanda, Burkina Faso, Guinea. This is the whole of Africa.
The whole of
Guinea-Bissau, Comoros. Which one is Comoros? And Dominican Republic, that's like South America. We don't know why they did this, but
we shall did it.
yeah, we shall did there.
Now wait till we
I
understand.
can make an estimated guess. Abike Dabiri says you people's crime is too much. She called all you people out there.
that money.
It's harsh, but let's call it spade a spade. Nigeria, sometimes when we travel, we're not in on our best behavior.
But what's up that Ode do?
She don't verse.
Don't provoke.
She don't provoke. Why
Don't say, why you like this?
Why
Do you
when we are
understand?
begging, you don't come and hail us that we are begging for you. But when
But do they beg?
They beg, because some people are always on, they beg.
Okay.
They beg. But most of the problem is that they're always caught moving illicit drugs or doing something they should not be doing.
And then they can't really help
And you know
them.
these Arab countries, they don't give a fuck.
They
man.
don't play.
Qatar, when they host World Cup, they tell you, say,
Listen.
see,
Cover body.
say we like this thing, but they came out.
Do you understand? Do you understand? No con
They are not
they
open to the world.
no con they freestyle for
So you go
you.
to Dubai and you now want to start selling drugs. You now want to be doing cultism and fighting on the main road. Does it make sense?
Doesn't.
It doesn't make sense. You left Nigeria. You said Nigeria is bad enough. You now go there. So you
make
not
it-
be on your best behavior.
No. And that's why we need systems and structures that are supposed to
Yes.
put people in place.
I have like if I'm in government and they say I'm like Minister of Foreign Affairs. If you have a criminal record in Nigeria, you're not allowed to travel for the next 10 years. I'm sorry.
Fair.
If you want to travel, first of all, you want to even travel out of this country.
Fair.
Let us know that you have a job. Before you resigned, pay slip. Let's see your career. Let's know that it is not
You
a
have tax
layabout.
number.
It's not a layabout that it is going.
We have a history of even paying
If
off
there are some
debts.
people that we suspect are going to cause wahala, we put a red flag on you. So when
Exactly.
you are going there, they will monitor you. Any small dance when you dance,
Bear your father's name.
and when they catch you, we're not going to beg for you. Come back home or go and do prison.
Exactly.
Finish.
100%.
Because all this way that will cause wahala. You now be saying, hey, the Nigerian government has abandoned me. Why were you child trafficking?
No, but guess what? But you know, some people who are also innocent are also caught in this bad web
Oh,
as
yes.
well.
Oh, no,
Do you
Nigeria
get what I
will always-
mean?
yes, that one go there.
Just sometimes,
Yeah.
because you're black and you're Nigerian,
Obviously,
it sometimes
definitely,
just bites
definitely.
you right in the ass.
Yeah.
But like for
And Dubai's just court system, there's no say they'll give you trial and they'll put you inside prison. Like Nigeria, they'll put you inside prison and you're there for, they'll forget you
rot.
for a while.
I mean, do you see that woman that took a picture of them being stranded at the Emirates airport?
Yeah, I
What?
think their papers were not correct.
But they even arrested her on account of releasing a picture that you're not
Yes.
supposed to take a picture on their grounds, especially in their.
Don't fuck with the Emiratis, fam.
Now, so they pulled the thing on the woman.
Yes, I know.
Some law.
See, me, I'm going to Dubai. I'm going to go and buy jalabia.
You know, now they say you cannot go outside if you're 40 and above or with your family.
No problem. I'll buy jalabia. I'll put goatee. They'll just,
And you look, you resemble.
Salam alaikum.
I love it.
Nadia, I know. If you talk anything past that one, I just say,
Ayo.
peace be unto you, Allah.
You know that they're very touchy about all these their things,
Bro.
all these their awards and all this. You know,
I'll
go and get
learn.
her right.
I'll go learn. I will do conversation.
They will press your neck.
Yes, I say my name is Ibrahim bin.
See, they don't hold you by the balls like this.
My name is Ibrahim bin Abu Jafar.
See, first of all, for you to even stutter, they already done the look
By that
you.
time, if I don't get the accent. and
No,
everything.
they will speak Arabic to you. That's
Nah.
what you will hear.
I say I'm third generation.
With your gold teeth.
I'm third generation.
Ah,
I'm third generation.
You know that that's why all those imam abi all those what they call them.
I don't go to those places where I know they know you. I will go better place now. You're just saying I'll go to the hinterland. I know.
What if you're playing lands there?
I'm landing in Dubai. That is at Lagos. Everybody in Lagos are doing English.
Because I know that sometimes the planes don't land in Dubai; they land in the capital or something.
Yeah, I have sort of I can't speak.
You're handicapped. You know what they call it, disabled?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
disabled.
can't talk.
I'm
Vocal
sorry.
cord.
Sorry about that.
Vocal cord disruption. The sound.
In fact, air pressure when it comes
choke.
in, yeah,
Choke.
exactly.
Chokinitis. I have chokinitis. I have chokinitis.
See, I'm carrying some dead ass doctor's reports with you as well. Full on gone body.
All right, so all you people that want to go to UAE, sorry about that.
See, in fact, just know as a Nigerian right now, you traveling is
So
just.
your green passport, even if you go to Ghana,
It's a burden.
they'll look at your green passport.
There's
And I look at them and say, Ghana, are you people okay?
there's one.
Let's stop all the. I'll say, please, are you people, let's stop all the rough play. We don't say I behavior bad.
Do you
but
understand?
Ghana to us. I beg. I have this out to go and Accra. And Legon, please.
And you know,
Upper voter.
it's upper voter. I love it.
That's the hardest thing ever. Upper
Do you
voter.
understand? Upper voter region. So one slave mama on social media this week posted her foreign pali that she bought citizenship.
Yeah, you can do that.
I think was it $1 billion or how much did she pay?
I know a guy who does it. It's up to like $500K US dollars. If you're doing with family. There's a guy who does that.
So $500K US dollars now is how much?
You know what time I was thinking about it? Like, it's not be bad, but something that told me that if you have money to do this, that means you really have money to just establish yourself abroad.
But you need to buy into the economy.
No, so if you have $500K US dollars, you can go and live in America.
Oh,
and
and invest the money. Yeah.
These kind of things are always done for people who have shady, who want to have. So like,
Oh no, but this is even a small country.
That's why, so like this now, this is one small country.
Yeah.
Because they need money now.
But this will not be bad though. They can use me to be cleaning money.
That babe, I'm sure sugar glucose guardian.
I know, she saved. She deprived herself of different things. She saved.
Of course, you save now.
Yeah, she saved.
Can she give us tax receipt of the savings?
If
I'm boy, now this is another thing again. Another voice note, please.
Oh my God.
Please. Buhari, let me
accountability.
Buhari, let me give you an economic tip. You know what you should do. And this is
now we don't they come out. Now they give me advice.
Or Tinubu, anything you want to do, let me just give you the advice. If the government is looking for money, 2 things you should do. Master stroke. 1, legalize prostitution.
I love it.
2, tax prostitutes. Come on.
I am dead.
Commercial sex work, you register. You have HMO, you have dental.
But you know that right now.
You have 6 months, every 6 months you're doing STI checks and everything. But you'll be paying tax.
But guess
and your
what?
tax will be slightly higher than the average 9 to 5.
But not be who agree say they be casual sex worker
It will start
or
from
commercial sex worker.
It will start from somewhere.
No, where do you want to start?
No,
Now that I'm asking you.
So this is where our FIRS, our Inland Revenue Service, needs to start asking all these millionaires, please. We notice that you spent 2.5 million naira.
Not be if they wire the transfer. If they do it physical cash,
you have to tell us no.
They'll move the money physical. Now that's why there's no money in circulation because they're holding the naira.
It's not a problem. We notice that you removed 2.5. Can you give us can you give us a breakdown? That 2.5 million naira.
If money wasn't in the system, then you can't track it. That's why they move physical money.
That's why it's a grand plan.
That's what I'm saying. But now they shout for the guy saying a bad bitch.
I just hate and say, is it 100 naira to 1?
Yeah, that one is annoying.
So,
but no, it's good for people who have dollars.
If we can do this way, I think we can do this way. There's a gold mine in the commercial sex industry.
There's something there.
There's something there.
There's really something there.
It can be the next crude oil. Literally.
Tap into it. By
extension, you can even do it, create porn industry.
I love it.
Look at God.
On a low, the black market.
Before you know it's
Instead of people to be diverting the crude oil now, just be diverting our sex.
So it's what they are looking for. It will just.
I heard that there were some boys on Twitter this week that they called themselves something and they had all this. They were releasing sex tapes of all these slay mamas, Abuja and Lagos big girls.
I was on Twitter.
And they called this something. I know office gist, best gist.
I don't have that.
Everything
detail.
happens in the office.
I know, but I don't have that detail. Shout out to all of you.
They say they call this something Dropbox. They call it the Dropbox and like.
Oh, I saw Dropbox trending.
Exactly, that's what it was about. They said the Dropbox was videos of top girls in Abuja and Lagos.
Once again, Abuja,
do you understand?
And Lagos.
Listen, always the culprits for the bad things.
So
now we they reign.
If you hire me as, just give me special advisor to the economy.
I love it.
I'll give you some very 3D chess.
Deep insights to how these things can be. But if you have money, buy passport to first of all go straighten your life first before it goes too far. She said she paid 150,000.
How much? No, but really, if you are a bad bitch, like 150K is not something that's.
But you know, I mean, you need to knock though.
No, so me, if you ask me, I'm not really. It was when I was younger, I was like, It was when I was younger, I was like, oh, you know this. But now, bro, if you know sex is going to be the great financial. How do you want to put now? Breakthrough for you. You do it, man.
Listen.
And there's some babes that you see. And this is an advice for guys. There's some food where poor man know they chop.
Listen. And that's okay. You need to be comfortable with that.
That thing that is making you vex is your fucking ego, man.
Do you understand?
Your ego should be telling you that you don't have enough money. Not that you cannot afford a bad bitch.
Do you get what I mean?
Because some babes, like, if you see their hair,
don't shame them.
800K.
Hey, God,
that's hair. Shoe they there.
I don't mind that kind of hair.
They don't go do nyash again.
Oh.
Look at God. It's now you that 2 weeks before salary, you go and meet accountants.
Sir,
can we do IOU?
Any IOU, sir?
Can we do IOU this month? You want to send it as May because May feel leak.
Oh my God.
You just say,
or they feel they forward them.
Yeah. And when the accountants come to you, just tell them, no, no, you don't do okay.
He say, my guy, you go just rush, shake him, tell him, say, me will see for corner.
30 days, make one pay. come on your eye
For wasting
bad
no
bitches.
concern you,
know,
exactly.
No concern you.
Do you understand?
The people where they get there are people who they are the shakers and movers of our economy.
That's the truth.
If you're not doing fraud, or you're not into politics, or you're not a multi-millionaire,
Do you understand?
leave these babes alone.
No.
Manage the small girls in your area.
I love it.
Or small women in your area.
Auntie, and it's okay.
It's okay. Don't let your pride fuck with
Do you
you.
understand?
Because
I don't feel some type of belittled
Yes.
or something. It's,
Look at
it's not
collect,
you.
person gets citizenship of $1,000.
Do you understand?
They sell everybody in your
What do you want to tell
They
her?
sell everybody in your family lineage now. You know if you say, oh, no, visit $20,000.
You're not fear of harm.
You know visit $20,000.
Nothing at
so
all.
please, everybody according to his
Do you understand? Your
to his-
paycheck.
No, according to your material.
Do you understand?
You know, 1 yard you get, manage the 1 yard.
See, and use it to do lining so that the go to in case it dey transparent, in case
Yes.
no quality.
Yeah.
We use and do line go double lamp.
Life is not hard.
Do you understand what I mean? Like just manage yourself and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
That was my release therapy for this week. Since we don't have release
we
therapy.
don't have release therapy,
So I'm giving you guys the
guys.
nuggets. Please.
The
Stop
best-
chasing the 1% girls.
Do you get what
the
I
other
mean?
girls out there for you.
And see, any girl that comes to you and tells you how much money she dey find, my dear, follow her and
Also-
find the money. Oh.
No, and you get that she's looking for money. See, at that point, let me tell you the most mature thing to do. Just I can't afford right now.
Exactly.
It's fine. God, peace be unto you.
Exactly. And dust your slippers.
Ashake 2020. Even the Bible said, dust your slippers and,
And
walk
leave
away.
that place. It's not for you.
It's not, don't let your
Yeah.
pride fuck
Do you
you up.
understand what
At
I'm
the end of the
saying?
day, before every person
Then
come
be
and
shaming
abuse
the
you.
person, one thing.
Now,
Why?
sub.
Why?
That's not picking. All these girls, all I know is eat pasta.
Do you understand?
If somebody gives you pasta, you know go. If somebody gives you pasta, you know go chop.
Sorry.
If somebody gives you pasta, you know go chop.
Die.
Yeah.
You want to try it too. Creamy pasta, very
Creamy pasta
important.
again, at slow.
And now you understand. Oh, especially at so.
Look at your life.
See, they sell onion rings. They want horrible onion ring at slow, and they charge like 5K for that
I won't lie
shit.
to you, man. If I gotta eat food at slow, I'm eating fast because that money.
Guess what? You know there are things are in portions and it's an acquired taste.
I
It's
know.
just like
It's when you're rich, everything's an acquired taste.
listen.
But if you're poor, I'm balancing things.
Do you understand? I don't
cutting
like their menu.
sometimes
I can't understand it.
Say, honestly, if you soak Gary well, with cold water,
And coconuts.
and coconut, and you now have there's a particular
'Cause that's elite.
There's a particular species of granite. Granite.
They need to fry it.
We're brown.
You
If just-
understand?
that's when you don't see people philosophy, but it's food. Why should it be expensive? Other, you are broke.
See, Nigeria food is expensive. Bag of rice is 40K as at today.
We'll cook beans.
And before December, see even the beans, how much is expensive?
Yeah, no,
If the kind of beans we don't want to.
We'll do eba. It's eba. We'll do eba.
Even the eba now, how
eba
much?
fountain. Hey, you go.
See,
I know chicken,
you know a single apple now.
not chicken,
You know,
na
say
meat.
you know say all these all these FMCGs, especially Indomie.
Yeah.
In their factories, they used to have broken noodles that not make it to the market. So people they go buy them. Now that one go
But belle
take
pain
runner
you.
for Christmas.
If you're helping you just
Rush,
be purging,
rush.
you be purging on boxing day. You will really be boxing in your toilet.
I love it.
All right, man. Flop and prop of the week.
Which one should we start with? Should we start with flop?
Prop of the week first.
Okay. There's no release therapy. She feel is also disheartened. You guys send release therapy to fanmail@234essential.com.
Prop of the week.
Oh, yeah. Props.
The prop of the week on 234 Essential Podcast.
All right,
Very
man.
important.
Prop of the week goes to the one and only our flag bearer, Thames.
Big T.
Yeah, man. So Rihanna decided that after all these years of selling pants and lingerie and
Lifts
makeup,
me
after she
up.
has collected all the money from all the bad bitches
I
in
love
Nigeria,
it. And makeup and skincare.
everything,
Love
and
it.
now she has born
A
picking.
full entrepreneur.
And now that she's a mama, she has decided to come back to her first love
She has
music.
opened her voice.
One of the people who blessed her coming back is our own Thames, who co-wrote her latest single, Lift Me Up, which is going to be the Black Panther Part 2 soundtrack.
Love it.
The song is actually dedicated to the original Black Panther himself,
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman.
I'm
Yeah.
so sad.
It's so sad, man. They did the
Listen.
premiere over the week.
Yeah.
It was really dope. It was actually
I saw
dope.
our
Guess what?
our African
the official
giants.
African premiere for Black Panther. Guess which country they're coming to come and do it?
Nigeria.
Yeah.
How dare they do that? How they take it to SA?
It's like you don't know.
We're insecure in this place. There's insecurity here. Please, I don't want any problem.
Even book around, we say,
I don't want any problem for anybody.
the first Black Panther, they
Please.
showed us there. They showed us the first Black Panther. We are pulling up. We will watch.
I love
It's for
it.
Chadwick.
I swear.
Wakala forever.
Imagine
So-
them showing up at the venue with their swords like this.
Oh, that would be too much.
Omo, it'll
So
be
I believe that
extra.
some cast members will be there.
Yeah,
in
that would be
Lagos.
mad.
It'll be mad, sha.
I want to see Letitia. Is that her name? The black
Letitia
girl.
Wright.
Yeah, I want to see
There's
her.
Letitia Wright and
See
every
why I
other
said the black
person.
girl like she was supposed to be.
So
white.
yeah, so shout out to Thames for keeping the flag high. She has
Big T.
She has had a wonderful year. She has worked with
No,
Beyonce,
she has run.
Drake, Future in 1 year. What else?
What more?
What's more?
These are stuff of
At this point,
legend.
make sure you just wake up Michael Jackson, say, get half. Give me one. I'll just give you one. Under. And we are good.
But that's it sound like R. Kelly vibes. Though.
No, they go for bid.
Because just say
R. Kelly is where we've kept Kanye West. Locked.
See the way that Kanye has been cancelled in the blink. See, fear
You know why I'm
human
happy?
beings.
You know
Oh.
why I'm happy? When
Fear
this started
human
in 2019,
They say it was genius.
I was telling Osagi and Steve. They said, no, you don't
Genius.
know. When he said that slavery is a choice, they said, no, you don't understand what he's saying. I kept quiet. I suffered. If you see the
Mockery.
because I was a huge Kanye West fan. The mockery for the next, when he went do Born Again, they say he has changed.
He has changed.
I kept quiet.
A black man with his life in
Now,
Christ.
Yoruba people say, Afẹ́fẹ́ ti fẹ́. Until you Friday here.
Love it.
The wind has blown. I
and
will
the
see
chicken yash have
has
opened.
opened into this thing.
Love it.
Now, I'm reminding everybody. What did I tell you? You see, you can fuck with black people, but when you enter
Jews, listen.
bro, they will cancel you to the end of
How
the
are they
world.
this strong? I really want to read about the Jews. Where's the best place to start from?
Oh, read first of all the Bible. Yeah. But what he said, a lot of people don't understand what he said was bad. So you have to go and read how Hitler came into power and how he was able to kill 6 million Jews. It's exactly what Kanye West said, the kind of rhetoric he was saying
Yeah.
that made them start killing the Jews.
Wow.
So that was very, 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 very wrong.
Everybody has cancelled my guy.
Bro, Mr. Biggs was so cancelled.
See, they say yeah, even cancelled.
Yeah. I didn't drop
How can you cancel yourself?
status.
Listen,
He's not crying now. He didn't know that this thing.
you don't shine for your eye.
All you Kanye West people, keep
They
enjoying.
say pride comes before a
Enjoying the
fall.
MIDI music is pushing us for you people.
It says MIDI music.
Flop of the week.
Alright, shout out to Petraki, Bambuzu, Kefofu, Bifodu, Razmataz.
Simp.
What are you talking about?
You are now listening to the flop of the week on 234 Essential Podcast.
All right, now flop of the week.
As usual.
It goes to this Emeritus Award.
Do you
'Cause at this point,
understand?
Buhari has done like
Most
20.
featured.
Most featured.
Most featured in the flop.
Now that there's flood in Nigeria and it's an emergency to clear up these places.
No.
Because people are dying, waterborne disease and everything.
No.
Buhari came with a screamer.
Love it.
A 40-yard goal.
I love it.
He said he has given the minister, what's the minister of water resources,
water resources.
who said that Nigeria doesn't have an emergency right now. He has given the water resources minister 90 days to
3
produce
months.
a master plan.
Love it.
In 90 days.
I love it.
In 90 days, back in those ancient areas, that's when it's what they used to conquer a kingdom in Game of Thrones.
Yes.
You can conquer 4 kingdoms in 90 days in Game of Thrones. So they're not telling us in 2022, 90 days.
No.
Not 9 days.
To come up.
Not
oh.
even approved.
See, counts from November, December, January. When is the election?
When we're in January, they don't tell us it's election. They'll hide under it.
Exactly.
Because that time everyone is
No,
that
nobody
close.
will talk about it.
Nobody
They'll not
has
bring up the
gone.
conversation. They'll be like, because that time election Olympics
So the
done
next
for
one
not
will
high.
happen. Tinubu will now say, where is the last plan?
No, did you see?
They're not going to open one vote.
Just say, I thought that-
Tinubu now have to now erect a committee
Love
to
it.
look into what the former minister did.
to fuck
Then
us
when
all
that
up.
committee now sends a recommendation, they will now raise another committee to
Yeah.
recommend what that
The
committee
committee is what-
recommended.
yes.
By that time, around second floor, by that time, 2025.
Exactly. God, I
Nigerians,
beg.
how did we get here?
God, I beg you.
I'm not surprised. A president that they have to show, picture of destruction. Remember when
Do you understand?
he carry
The paper to show
you know
him.
back then when we were young, when visitors come to your house, it's photo album.
Do you understand?
They carry
Say the
photo
one-
album.
we're looking at the picture.
Because Baba don't
Sorry.
say Instagram. Someone look at your stand Buhari. Please see the destruction in Lagos.
Do you
on Instagram.
understand?
But that's bring photo album.
No, they say he saw it.
See,
Yeah.
This is where they burnt
No,
the
he
bus.
needs to see the master
He
plan.
has to see the
How
master
did it
plan.
work?
I'm sure that master plan again. Now fine, they go bring us.
Yes.
Because if you give that guy Excel or Doc,
You have confused him. Oh, how is Baba supposed to read that?
if you don't make it a Manila file,
Hell.
Manila file.
Do you understand?
You photo triplicate. You don't. Every time I federal government, every time I civil service, do you have your triplicates?
Do you understand? Do you have a photocopy of
Do you have a
this?
photocopy? Do you have a triplicate?
Do
And
you
your
understand?
passport?
Yes, exactly.
Where's your
Now
affidavit?
your NIN.
Where's your affidavit? No
Some-
NIN. No BVN.
You can't make it in life.
Mr. Water Resources.
The way they will be looking at you.
Before the Mr. Water Resources gets his own BVN and NIN.
Do you
again,
understand?
They don't swear.
Problem.
They don't swear in Tinubu.
Do you understand?
Eagle Square.
I don't.
Wait,
I
sorry.
don't think it's so
I'm telling you
comfortable
that
for
because
me
if you call
how much.
If you call me the day they announce this and say you're having a meltdown,
I
will
will
send you-
honestly
I
be
will send you-
crying.
I will
This
send you-
episode 120
I will send you
on the
la-
234
I will send-
Essential
I will send you
Podcast.
laughing emoji. As I told you. Me, I swallow the bitter pill now.
But as I've said, the Lord Jesus raised, our God Almighty will raise a standard
You know
for
that-
us that no man.
You know that God will not do what man can do for himself. God will not do for man what man can do for
Well,
himself.
faith without work, right? Is dead.
So, me, I'm very bakamu. Tinubu's our next president.
I beg, I don't know. I'm not speaking that into existence, but all I'm going to say is that y'all get your PVCs. Y'all open your eyes. Nigerians need to demand for better. We need to demand for our rights. We need to demand for a actual democracy. Because what we're living right now is a social experiment.
It's a shitocracy.
Do you get what I mean? And this shit just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. I beg, next year, if they know they increase salary, I know if you buy for 1,000 naira. God, I beg.
One day the river will overflow. And we will run. The water don't overflow.
Do you understand? I think that should be the title of it. But back to back, flood and then overflow.
Too much.
Get as it be.
Too much.
Maybe bad bitch.
No, just giving cocaine money.
Cocaine money.
Cocaine naira.
So that the thing go fee rise.
Cocaine naira.
That works. That
All right,
works.
guys, we're done. Thank you for listening to us.
Please follow us on all social media platforms at 234 Essential Podcast.
Also send your family to family@234essential.com, including release therapy.
Very important. And keep liking, sharing, reviewing. Let your family and friends know. Let us hear from you guys as well.
And CBIC, we are bringing out our team for
Shay,
our...
you say you have a convention this
We have convention in December now. The team is Run Away from Delilah. Yes. Flee from Delilah.
Hey, Phil.
We are still
Phil, will
designing
you be
it.
there?
Yes, sir. Who's doing the graphics? Who's doing all the graphics?
Love
it. Yes. And
Please, I want to be invited. I beg you this year. Let me be
put in
part.
the first time. Cover.
Yes, I don't mind.
Yes.
Please, I want to be dear president. Can I?
7 days of intensive ministering, fasting, and waiting on the Lord
And prayers
for your missing rib.
on top of the mountain.
Yes, for
Which
your
mountain will
missing-
people go to?
We can't tell you
Osun,
yet. We can't tell you. We can't tell you yet.
Ondo,
We can't tell you.
Enugu.
We are seeking- We are already very there. If you are with spirit, you come.
so that you not be attacked and waylaid.
Yes, and we have dress code for women that are coming. Please cover your leg, your hair. No tattoo, no waist chain, no piercing. Don't come and confuse men who won't come and seek the face of the Lord.
I love it.
If you know that
The immaculate face of the Lord.
you are barrel chested,
I love it.
you have to wear a big gown. And if you know that other side is big again, please let the gown be overflowing so that we are not moved by your contours as you are walking down the road. This is not a progressive church.
Ibubu's focus is fickle.
This is conservative.
Very fickle focus.
We are running a conservative church.
But not be God given.
No ankle chain,
Love it.
no trouser.
But look at the CBIC's GO. That the GO. Why are you
What's
wearing
this?
necklace and hand chain and ring?
Who told you say Jesus no wear chain?
And you're wearing shorts. Why are you showing us your legs?
Because
Is that what the daddy in Christ is
I'm
supposed to be
going for-
doing?
I'm going for water
Why can't you be like Phil and wear face mask and cover your face?
I have the answer.
Uh-huh.
I'm waiting for water baptism.
Why are you conversing?
We're converting new men.
Ayo, let me see you guys. Let me tell you, Ayo is a catfish. In real life, it's not like this. So it's not like this. In real life, I swear to God, you will see. Be joyous of what you hear on 234 because this is not this person in real life.
See, don't let the voice of Delilah
Distracts you.
Distract you.
Also, that's why people are going to the mountain because of me.
Yes, no. I watch Karishika, and the promises of Karishika are coming back through in this period.
You guys, but it's been a blast again as we promised. See you guys next week.
See you
Listen, share, likes. That's Phil yawning.
I don't share.
What's happening to you?
Don't share
What are you going
SCIs.
through?
We heard that SCIs is rampant now in this
Yes,
side of Lagos. In short, everywhere in Lagos.
Please share dollars.
Share dollars, not HIV/AIDS. Thank you
Yes,
very
and
much.
release the Nairas you're holding so that we can touch it small before it goes back to CBN. I beg. Maybe we'll fit a picture.
Yeah.
All right, guys, be kind.
Peace out.
Bye.